Hi everybody, welcome back to Better College. This is Auntie Lynn. It's an exciting time right about now. A lot of people are starting to get back to college or they're starting to go to college for the very first time. So like I said, this could be really exciting for the student and for their families. Everybody's proud, everybody's happy, everybody wants you to be ready, successful, and safe. So today I just wanted to touch on a subject that I'll be quite honest. I haven't heard colleges and universities in all the orientations I have either presented at or participated in all the workshops that I've done. I haven't heard anybody mention safety since I was a student advisor way back in my undergraduate days. Today I want to talk real quick about that. Everyone is happy to go to college and get started or to continue. But I want to remind students and parents that one of the jobs that you have in this transition is to advocate for yourself. Now, don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to say that people in the university have it out for you, that you have to constantly be on guard. It's not like that. There are some very good people that work in universities. They work hard and they want your student to succeed and have a good experience. But let me be quite honest. Universities and colleges as a whole work on more of what I consider a business model. When you think of a business, you think of the structure, you think of the professionalism, you think of how things are supposed to work. And you also think a lot of times how they protect themselves. Don't ever forget, colleges and universities have lawyers. They have compliance departments, but they have teams of lawyers. And the bigger the university is, the more lawyers they have. Their job is to protect the university. So think about that for a minute. Their job is not to protect you. Their job is not to protect your money. Their job is to protect the university because that's who pays them. So when things happen with students on campus, a student will have to work within the campus atmosphere administration. They may have to work with administration or administrators to describe what happened to them or to try to see if there's a resolution. Always keep in mind that those administrators, even if they are concerned for your safety and welfare, they may have to speak with the legal team. And like I said, the legal team works for the university, and their job is to protect the university. The reason why I want to bring this up is because, as I said, in the many years I have been in college administration, the only time that safety was ever mentioned at an orientation was when I was a student advisor years ago. I was a student, and they talked about females protecting themselves from campus rape. It's kind of a goof, you know. A lot of times we talk about turn to the right, turn to the left, one of these people will have a crime committed. Okay, it was one of those situations. But when you think about it, it's a very serious thing. Your college, no matter how big or small, is like a little enclave of the world. And you're going to have good people, and you're going to have not so good people. And in high school, there were people there to protect you in that school environment. Once you get to college, part of that transition is that you will have to protect and advocate for yourself. That means if something happens that's untoward, something happens that's not right or illegal, you need to find the best way to protect yourself, because the university is going to do that with their legal team. So as a parent and as a student, always keep in mind, how is the best way for me to protect myself if something happens? How can I remain safe and put myself into situations where I feel confident and safe? If I don't feel safe, maybe I can go to the people in the university, maybe I can't. And no matter what any administrator or any legal team tells you, as a citizen, you have a right to seek protection for yourself. Now, I have personally been in a circumstance where the university protected itself and not me as an employee. Years and years ago, I worked at a private university in New York City. And on the way home, was around Christmas time, I took a train from New York back up to the area where the university was. And it was the evening, and I was walking along the campus, and 5 young girls, younger than me, high school age, I was already a grown adult, they were taunting me. And I kept walking, I kept walking. I tried to just figure these are just kids, let me just keep getting home. One of the girls pulled out a little pocket knife. Now, you don't think it has any harm, right? It did. I guess the girl didn't like me continuing to walk away from them, and she took it and stabbed me in the back. Now, again, this was not horrible, thank goodness. It was not a huge cut. But since I was walking at the edge of the street by this campus, I ran into the nearest security booth that was there. And strangely enough, because this was at night, the security guard was asleep. And when I explained to him, I just got mugged, can you please help me, help me? He didn't know what to do. So luckily, I found my way back to my home, which was close to the campus. And the next morning, I called my supervisor, who was the vice president of student affairs. At that time, when I explained what happened to me, they had already had in the works how this crime that was committed to me right on the walls of the campus, right outside, they had already worked out how they were going to protect the university. Not me. They were going to protect the university. I don't recall ever having a police report done. I don't recall anybody in the university saying, what can we do to help you? They gave me 1 or 2 days off so I could recuperate. And then I came back to the office and they said, oh, are you okay? Is everything okay? Oh, we're glad you're okay. And that was it. The reason why I tell this story, and believe me, I have others, not with me specifically, but other experiences I've had as a part of an observer or someone who knows the situation. The reason why I tell this story is because, again, as a student, as a parent, this is an exciting time, and college and university can be a wonderful experience for everybody. But it is your job to keep yourself safe. It is your job to make sure that you are taken care of. It is your job, if something happens to you, you get the protection you need, because the university will get the protection they need with their legal team. So keep that in mind. Start this year and be optimistic and be happy. But always keep in the back of your mind, I need to protect myself. I need to advocate for myself, because the university is going to do that for themselves. Anyway, guys, this was a very serious topic, and I know you're starting out the school year and it should be a lot more optimistic. But I do want to let you know that along with having a great time and really having a good experience and being successful, that you have to advocate for yourself. Work for yourself. Rely on yourself. If something is uncomfortable, find a resolution that works for you. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this topic made you think. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to get notifications for the next video. And I will see you next week.